What up? I'm your host, Eddie Money, and welcome to 5 on It. Sports talk, small bet, real accountability. Every episode, I put $5 on a parlay, talk through the process, and then we review it the next time. One board, no fillers. Let's get into it. All right. Episode 1 was starting. Episode 2 was tightening the rules. Episode 3 is about trusting the board. New mic, better sound, sharper focus, and today we're adding a new layer to the system. This layer brings clarity, discipline, and confidence to every decision. And before we get started, quick disclaimer. This show is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not selling picks. I'm not giving advice. I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. Bet responsibly or don't bet at all. Either way, enjoy the conversation. And the first part of our conversation, we'll need to walk through episode 2's board. Three-leg board, $5 flex play. Final result, 1 out of 3. That's a full loss. No emotion, just a board. Let's go ahead and break it down. First pick, we chose Jalen Durant. 9.5 rebounds, we took the over. The result, 7 rebounds. This one stung a little bit because it was a clean pick. Minutes were there, matchup was right, historical averages supported it. The game script just didn't cooperate with our plans. This wasn't a bad read, this was a variance. In the alternate universe, Eddie Money over there is spot on. In this one, he's slightly off. But it's important. You can make the right decision and still lose. That doesn't mean you abandon the system. That's important. Take note of that. Evan Mobley is our second pick. 8.5 rebounds. We took the over. The result, 13 rebounds. Hey, that is exactly why we lean into role-based floor stats. Heavy minutes, of course. Front matchup, yeah, get into it. High rebounding environment. This was textbook. This reinforces the rebound anchors as the backbone of our boards. And then for the last pick, we took Zach LaVine. He was that popular pick, 2.5 assists. We took the over. Yeah, that one there. Straight up 0, nil, zilch. This gave us a valuable lesson though. Not all role-based stats carry the same floor. Some assist props are far more volatile than rebounds. So, this is just one of those things with scoring first guards. While the board didn't cash, the system absolutely taught us something. And that's the real win. So, that just brings us to our next point. And that's why I love doing this publicly. You know, these losses expose weaknesses, but the wins validate the structure. And there's no going back and erasing history. Once I curate the episode and post it, it's a done deal. What happens next? All we can do is analyze it. And episode 2 showed me that clearly. We need more precision in how we choose our final picks. So today we're adding a new layer to the system. This layer will slow the process down and remove that emotion. No more feels. Get those feelings out of here. So let's go ahead and lock into the rule set, now officially expanded thanks to episode 2. Rule number 1, the $5 rule. Every episode gets $5, no chasing, no reloads, win or lose. We review and move forward. This rule does not change. Rule number 2, the filler rule. If a pick cannot be explained clearly in under 30 seconds, it doesn't make the board. No forcing, no emotional picks, no adding legs just to add legs. Every pick has to earn its spot. And then rule number 3, which we brought on in episode 2, the 3-leg cap. Episode 3, we're going to expand that rule a little bit. We're going to add the 3-2-1 narrowing logic. Now, the narrowing logic is going to work a little bit different and kind of force our hand to kind of hone in and focus. For each slot on the board, the anchor, the discipline, and the popular pick, I'll start with 3 candidates that fit our system. From those 3, I'll remove one that doesn't fully meet the standard. That will leave 2 finalists for each one of those slots. From those 2, I'll remove one more that doesn't earn its spot as much as the final candidate, which will leave us with that one lone standing candidate that will make up the board. And the flow will roll. 3, 2, 1, 3-leg board. We'll repeat this process for each leg. And this will force that selectivity, it forces the clarity, and removes the emotion. The board doesn't get built fast, it gets built right. Now let's go into a quick little reminder about the 3 different slots that we have. The anchor, that's going to be our floor-based roll stat. And then we have our discipline pick. This is the matchup supported under. This is going to reel us in and slow that board down for us. And then we have that 3rd slot, the filtered popular pick. Public play that earns its spot, but it still has to pass the test. So we start focus, we eliminate emotion, then we tighten the board. That keeps us emotion out, discipline. All right, now let's walk through exactly how this board was built using our 3-2-1 logic with each slot. Instead of scanning the entire slate, we narrowed it down, each slot individually, anchor, discipline, and popular pick to keep this system clean, repeatable, and disciplined. Now, let's go ahead and dive in. The anchor. We started out with 3 anchor candidates. The first one, Domantas Sabonis, rebounds 10.5, over. Jrue Holiday, rebounds plus assist, a total of 8.5. We taking the over. And then Yves Messi, rebounds 4.5. We're taking it over. These are the options for our anchor. In the first round, we're going to eliminate Yves Messi. This is due to the unstable rotation and minute volatility. His role isn't consistent enough, but it was consistent enough to make the top 3. In this comparison, he's the first one out the door, which leaves us with Domantas Sabonis and Jrue Holiday. Now, this came down to role clarity and consistency. Sabonis carries a higher usage rate, a more stable minute load, and clearer statistical floor across points, rebounds, and assists. So the final anchor, we decided to roll into I just butchered that, Domantas Sabonis. And we're taking that over, 10.5 rebounds. He is the anchor, and he's going to hold us down. Because I need to be held down right now. Now let's move into our second pick. This is our discipline pick, the matchup supported under. This is what's going to keep our board honest. We had 3 candidates for this one. Luka Doncic, which was under 9.5 assists. Jalen Suggs, under 4.5 assists. And Jamal Sheed, under 4.5 assists. In that first round, we ended up taking off Jalen Suggs. This was due to the unpredictable usage and just the game flow that we're looking to see in this next game. It's a good pick, but it's not strong enough to outlast the other two, which leaves us with Luka Doncic and Jamal Sheed. And this came down to the pace control, matchup friction, and statistical range. Luka's projected to hit about 6 to 8 assists by my account, which gives us clearer separation from the target than Sheeds with that tighter margin. So our discipline pick is going to fall into Luka Doncic. We're going to pick him for that under 9.5 assists. And he's going to slow us down. Move slow. And then we're going to roll into our third slot, filtered popular pick. Now, these three candidates, they were very popular, but one stood out amongst the rest. These three candidates, we start out with Gigi Jackson, over 5.5 rebounds. Colin Boyles, 2.5 assists, over. Donovan Clingan, 11.5 rebounds, over. In that first round, Colin Boyles was eliminated. Yep, had to let him go. But this was due to that weaker matchup and limited assist upside. So we still believe he can hit that, but we don't believe he's as strong as the other two candidates, leaving us with Gigi Jackson and Donovan Clingan. And this came down to game environment as well and that opportunity volume. Jackson projects into a higher tempo, a high miss environment. Yes, that field goal attempt to the field goal miss. It's a lot going on there, giving him a strong rebound floor with upside. So our filtered popular pick is going to go to Gigi Jackson with the 5.5 rebounds over. Yep, that is the one for us. Now, let's go ahead and review our board. Coming in that first leg, Domantas Sabonis, 10.5 rebounds. We took the over. Anchor holding us down. And then for that discipline pick, we're locking in Luka Doncic, 9.5 assists. We're taking the under. Keeping us disciplined. Thank you, Luka. And then we're going with Gigi Jackson for the popular pick. 5.5 rebounds. We're taking the over. And that right there, folks, 3 legs, $5, flex play. That's the board. No fillers. Now, I have to be honest. There were a lot of other picks I liked, including all the picks we listed out today. But liking a pick doesn't mean it belongs on the board. Passing on picks is discipline. It's honesty. And that felt like progress. So let's recap. Episode 1 taught us accountability. Episode 2, we tightened the structure. Episode 3 taught us how to trust the board. Next episode, we'll review this board the same way, calmly, honestly, and without excuses. One board, $5, no filters. Filters. I think I meant fillers. No fillers. That's episode 3 of 5 on it. Sports talk, small bets, real accountability. We'll break it all down next episode, win or lose. I appreciate you for rocking with the Small Stakes Society. Eddie Money here, signing out.